Hello everyone, this is Sumishai Sims here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you're all doing alright and safe. So today we're touring this school that I did a makeover of it. It is pretty much the same. I did change few things. For example, I changed the field in the front there, and then I did add a fifth floor that is our basketball field there. It's the courtyard there. I wanted it to be indoor, but the problem is these items couldn't go indoors, so I had to work it like this. So I had to make it indoor outdoor. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm so sorry the video is lagging in here because I did reach the object cap, and I guess the build is really massive, so it's lagging a little bit. So I'm so sorry about that. So yeah, and I completely changed the basement as well, so you'll see that in a minute. But here, as you can see, I've changed the front here. The sign is on this side now, and then I did add the soccer field in here. Let's pretend this parking lot here is for the teacher, and the student drop-off would be on this side. And it would have been fun to have some school buses as well. So here is Mr. Douglas. He is the principal of Simville High School, and I did show you his house a while back. It was the green and white and brown house, one-story house. I don't know if you remember that. But yeah, so he's gonna give us the tour. So here is a closer look of the soccer field in here. I used those line partition, or I don't remember what it's called, but I used those as a goal, and I think it went really well. It's just missing a net on it, but it works pretty well. It's pretty realistic, I think, at least. So yeah, they have a soccer field in the front here, and the main door is in here, and there's a long hallway. As I said, I did keep some of the layout, and here is the front desk, the reception, the administration area, whatever you may call it. This is where the student would come to check in, or if they are late. This is where the parents would come to register their children, and all those files are probably the kids' files, you know. So yeah, this is the administration area, and then right across that is the principal's office. And as you can see, I did put that portrait in there, so let's pretend it is the principal's portrait, you know. So yeah, this is his office, and I did add those chairs in there, and I kept a space between them so he can still call a student and, you know, do the interaction as well. And he has a display there of all the shelves with all the trophies that the school won over the years, and some files in there. And we'll leave him here do some work, you know, and we'll just continue the tour. So other this side, right beside the principal's office, is the assembly, or some call it auditorium. This is where they would have meetings, you know, parents meetings, student meetings, those kind of things, you know, assembly. And it has a door that leads onto the soccer field as well. It would be open only if they open it, you know. It's not accessible for everyone. So yeah, and right across the assembly is the cafeteria, and I just love how this turned out. I did use this new wallpaper in here with it's pretty, you know, colorful. I would have loved to be in a cafeteria like this, you know. It's very nice. I did add the vending machine there, and the recycle bin there, you know, so you can teach students to take care of their planets. And I have never used these blue tables, so I did use those there. And there is a door from the cafeteria here that is outside, so the students can also eat outside, enjoy the weather and have a couple of seats and all that. And I did add another trash cans in the front here as well. So I thought it would be good to have this open space as well for the students. So yeah, that's the cafeteria and the outdoor. And right beside the cafeteria, there is the door that leads onto the kitchen area. So this is where the school chef would cook all the yummy food and healthy food that they would give to the student. And I have included everything. There is a pantry. There is even that windows passing thingy there, so that the cook can pass it to the one who serves in front. And it has everything: stove, oven, and pretty big fridge. And I even added a fire extinguisher there, so it's the kitchen, so you need that. And a door that leads outside. So let's say if they have to reload the food stocks, they can come from that door, and they can directly come from there. So yeah, that's what we have on this side. And then I did keep this hallway as well, and the gray lockers are meant to be the teachers' lockers, and the red ones are for the students. So in my mind, I kept it like that. And here we have two sets of stairs, one that leads onto the first level and the second level, and the basement, sorry. And then there's a door that leads onto the soccer field. So we'll go and check out the downstairs first, the basement, because this is where the fun things are. And as soon as we come down, I kept the bathroom there, so that when the students are all tired and sweaty, they can directly go down and have a shower, clean themselves and all that. So of course I use the blue for the boys, and they have the toilet stalls and showers and bidet and all that. And they even have extra lockers in here as well, only for the athletes. And I use the red ones for the girls, right beside it. For the girls one, it's a little smaller since I didn't add the bidet for them. But yeah, it's pretty much just same. And I divided theirs here with those dividers here. So yeah, that was the cleaning area, the bathrooms. And then when we go this way, there are two hallways, and in the middle here is the theater room. And this is my favorite room. So I was in theater for 2 years back in the day when I was in high school. So this reminded me of many good memories, So I wanted to include that in this build. So here it is. This is the theater, and this would be the backstage. And that red carpet would be the stage, and then with the lights. And this is where people would sit and watch the play, It's remind me so good memories in here. And so all the elective classes that I added here are all have something to do with the theater, the play. So this is the art room, art classroom, but then they don't only do painting and all that, but they also paint things that have to do with the plays. And then right beside it is the sewing room or stitching room and makeup room. This is where the stage crew would come and do the makeup for the stage actors, and they would stitch and prepare the costumes, and all that. It would be a theater club, stage crew basically. So yeah, this is where it is. And I put this clothes rack in here to say that it's the costumes and the shoes, and this basket would have all the threads and all the things they would need to stitch the clothes, So yeah, that's what we have in here. And right beside it, actually, let's go all the way across. So Right after the ladies' bathroom, the girls' bathroom is the room here, the music room, the band room, the school band, and I've kept all the instruments that we have in the game in here. And also, there would be the one who provides the music for the play as well, So I kept all those things right beside the theater room, so it's closer for them. And after that, we have another hallway that leads onto the other elective classes in here. For example, this one is the wood working class. They can carve with the woods. And I kept some display in here, and we can pretend they're all made by the students, and all made with wood. And right beside that, this is the school newspaper. This is where they would print and write about the school and all the events and all that. And there would be one president, and those boards would be all the news about the school and all that, good stuff. And then one of my favorite, again, this is the cooking class. So I just love how this looks. And I use the other wallpaper in here as well. And it's so pretty and colorful in here. And they have everything they need: a stove, fridge, and sink, and cookbooks and all that. And then in here, there's a little part in here where I've kept some cleaning supplies if the student needs to clean their classes, And right beside it here is the dance classroom. It could be any dance, not only for ballet, but since we have only the ballet wallpaper, so I did add that just to say that it's the dance class. And I added the mirrors all in the sides. And then right beside that is the student boardroom. This is where the students would have meetings amongst themselves, to take care of the play or to take care of any sorts of group that you have in the school, And right beside it is the school gym. This is mainly for the athletes, or actually for anyone who wants to work out, So that's what we have in the basement, and I know it's really, really huge. This is probably the first time I've used a whole premium lot basement ever. And I am pretty happy with it, and my favorite is the theater room, of course. So that's what we have in the basement. And now I've also showed you the first floor here, and I think it looks better than it was before. I don't know, you guys let me know in the comment below. So now we're on the second floor here, and again, this first room is only for the stairs. And when you enter in the hallway here, the first door here is the girls' bathroom, and I did change the layout of this bathroom in here. I changed it into stalls and sinks. We had those jail-looking bathrooms there, so I didn't like those. And then right beside that is the computer lab, and this was the computer lab too in the previous version, but I just changed a little bit the layout of the furnitures. I think it looks more interesting in here. I did add a desk for the teacher as well. And right beside that is the science class, or the lab, the proper lab. And I did add the teacher's table as well in there, and I rearranged the layout basically. And right beside that is the boys' bathroom, and again, I completely changed the layout in here. I did add the stalls and the bidet and all that. And and I did add the partition there, so it has a privacy a little bit. And then right beside that is the teacher's break room. So this is where they would come and, take a break, have some coffee, talk about the students, vape onto each other, like, oh, I had a rough class today and all that. I guess that's what they do, And yeah, so this is the second floor. It's pretty simple. And as I said, the gray lockers are for the teacher and the red ones are all for the students. On the third floor here, we have the library first, and I completely changed the library. The one we had before looked more like a very, very boring office than a library to me. So I did add a real bookshelf in here and some desk and seats for the students to study in here. This is the reception. This is where the librarian would be, and she would hand out books to you or advise you which books to take. And it has a stairs that leads upstairs, of course. And there is more table in here and more books, and I use these specific tables for it so that the student can, take out their laptops and work on them, and yeah, things like that. And then there are two different hallways, one that leads onto this classroom in here. So it's I just changed a little bit. I added a classroom and the teacher's desk there, and this one is the other classroom. Let's say when they mixed too many type of students in the same class here, they would use the bigger class. And this one has the weather machine in here because let's say they would do geology in this class. They would study rocks and weather and all those interesting subjects. So yeah, this is one of the biggest classes that we have in the building. And then if we continue toward this side, this is the nurse's room. This is where you'd come if you don't feel really well. And I did keep two lounging chairs there. Let's pretend they can come up and down, and extra sheets for the students. I did add those aid box there, and yeah, this is where the nurse is basically. The infirmerie, we call it in French. So yeah. And now we are at the fourth floor, and of course I've already shown you the library, the second part of the library here. And I'm just gonna go over quickly because the video is getting really long. Some of you probably logged off already. But here is another classroom, and I tried to lay them out interestingly, and over here is the teachers meeting room. So this is especially for the teachers, so they can use it as just their marking their paper, the students' paper or things like that, or use it as a meeting room. So yeah, and this classroom here, I thought this would be interesting. They can do like student counseling in here. The teacher would be more relaxed in this class, and things like that. I tried to make all the classroom layouts pretty interesting. And last but not least is our basketball courtyard. So you enter a long hallway there, and there is a door there for the spectator to watch the play, the basketball. Let's say they would do tournament against other schools in here as well. And here is the locker. This is where the players will stay until their names are called, until the game starts and all that. And if you follow the hallway all the way to the back is the bathroom area. So again, the red door for the girls and the blue door for the boys. And that concludes the tour of this high school, and I hope I did a better job than how it was before. I got rid of the balconies because I thought it wouldn't be safe to have a balcony like that in the school. But I hope you enjoyed the tour of this school. I will see you next time with another house tour video pretty soon. Till then, take care, stay safe, and happy swimming.